You guys have been making games now for 20 years. How has all that experience helped with bringing this to life?
I think a lot of it has culminated in Sunset Overdrive. You'll see a lot of Insomniac DNA in this game. Visual stylization, the crazy weapons, the humor, the storytelling, the bizarre characters, the very unique world. All of those are the kinds of things we love to make at Insomniac. And even though they don't show up necessarily in every one of our games, they tend to be consistent when we are releasing things every couple years. So for example, Spyro, Ratchet, very stylized worlds. And even though Resistance wasn't stylized and was dark and gritty, it had a very character-driven, focused story. Here, this is about you as a character. It has a story that drives the player through, but the big difference is it's an open world game. So unlike Ratchet and Spyro and Resistance, there's a lot more to do. There are a lot of quests you go on, there are a lot of missions you take on, all in an attempt to find out what's going on in Sunset City after this horrific one night of chaos.
What has Next Gen and Xbox One opened up for you guys?
Well, I think all of us developers love new hardware, right? I mean, it's really great to have more horsepower to work with, whether that's more CPU, GPU, more memory, because you can build bigger worlds, you can build big, higher fidelity objects, and you can do more. For example, we have a lot of enemies in the game right now. Whenever you are fighting in any area, you're usually dealing with swarms of OD'd, some of the mutants in the game, or lots of scabs, or other characters. Fizco, for example, we showed them today here at the press conference. And the number of AI that are moving around and actually coordinating is giant, and that puts a big strain on CPUs. So the more horsepower we have, the more we can do. And since we're in an open world as well, we have to populate it with enemies that make sense and push you as a player. And again, the more power we get, the more we can do with it.
At E3, you guys got all the press accolades. At Comic-Con and now at Gamescom, what role does it play for you guys to have fans actually be able to play the game?
It's the best part. Easily. I mean, having fans come and play the game and ask us questions, whether it's James or Ryan or me or if Marcus or Drew are here, it's wonderful because then that's the interaction that we always want as developers. We want to reach out and ask players, what do you think of what we're making? Does this make sense to you? How can we help you see what we see in this game? How can we help you understand the mechanics better so that you can really explore the world like a seasoned Sunset Overdrive player?
You've been making games for a long time. What is it that excites you about video games today?
I think that has varied through the years. For me, what gets me really excited is just the act of creation. The fact that one person at Insomniac or two people can come up with an idea and then the rest of the team jumps on it and fleshes it out into a living, breathing world. For me, that process of transformation is invigorating and it's exciting and it's rewarding because all of us at Insomniac collaborate and put ideas into that big pot, and when something like Sunset Overdrive bubbles to the surface and becomes real, it's an incredible feeling.